Now, Apple supplier Foxconn has pulled out of a $19.5 billion deal with Indian mining giant Vedanta to build a chip-making plant. The move comes less than a year after the companies announced plans to set up the facility in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's home state of Gujarat. Details of these and more in news from around the globe.
An Indian government minister says a deal to have Indian mining giant Vedanta to build a chip-making plant in Gujarat will have no impact on the country's chip-making ambitions. A statement released by Taiwan-headquartered Foxconn indicates that there is a recognition from both sides that the project is not moving fast enough. The Indian government has been working on strategies to support the chip-making industry. Last year, it created a $10 billion fund to attract more investors to the sector in a bid to become less reliant on foreign chip makers. Meanwhile, the pound rose to a 15-month high against the dollar after data showed, adding to the pressure on the Bank of England to keep raising interest rates. British wages excluding bonuses was 7.3% higher in the 3 months to May than a year earlier, figures from the Office for National Statistics showed. Economists had forecast a 7.1% rise. Sterling rose 0.3% against the dollar to $1.2899, touching its highest level since April 25th last year. And finally, crude oil prices edged higher, recouping some of the losses from the previous session as traders focused on supply cuts by the world's biggest oil exporters, Saudi Arabia and Russia, and a weaker dollar. Supply cuts by the world's biggest oil exporters, Saudi Arabia and Russia, set for August, helped to lift the benchmark prices, which were also supported as the US dollar fell to a 2-month low. A weaker dollar makes crude cheaper for holders of other currencies and often boosts oil demand.